In a kingdom powered by shimmering clockwork, where every tick and tock marks the passage of time, lived a clever girl named Ella. Her laughter once echoed through her family's grand manor, a sound as bright as polished brass. But after her father passed away, her stepmother transformed their home into a cold, clanking workshop, filling Ella's days with endless chores and the smell of oil and soot. Covered in grease, from fixing broken cogs and cleaning towering chimneys, she was given a cruel nickname, Cinderella. Yet, even surrounded by cold metal and swirling dust, Ella's creative spark never faded. From leftover scraps, she built tiny, wondrous inventions, a music box that played sweet, gentle lullabies, and a lantern whose light glowed as softly as a captured star. Each night, as she gazed at the moon through the workshop window, she'd whisper a promise to herself. Someday, I'll build something so beautiful, it will change my entire world. One morning, a royal decree swept through the kingdom like a gust of wind. The prince, himself a passionate inventor, was hosting a grand clockmaker's ball. He invited creators from every village to showcase their most imaginative designs. Ella's heart soared with hope. This was her chance. But her stepmother only sneered. You present your trinkets before royalty. Don't be ridiculous! You'll stay right here and polish my gears until they shine. Heartbroken, Ella fled to the quiet garden workshop, tears blurring the gears around her. Suddenly, a warm, golden light began to flicker in the corner. Out of a swelling cloud of clock dust, a woman in shimmering silver robes appeared, her eyes twinkling like the hands of a fine timepiece. Don't despair, my dear, she said, her voice kind and steady. I am your fairy tinkerer, and tonight, my brilliant inventor, you shall go to the ball. With a wave of her magnificent wrench-shaped wand, the magic began. Ella's soot-stained rags transformed into a breathtaking gown woven from shimmering bronze threads. On her feet appeared shoes that gleamed like polished glass gears, each one ticking softly with enchantment. But the fairy tinkerer gave a gentle warning. Be mindful of the time. When the grand clock strikes 12, the magic will unwind. Cinderella curtsied, her eyes shining with determination. Then I will make every single second count. At the magnificent clockmaker's ball, chandeliers spun like mechanical constellations. The air buzzed with excitement as inventors displayed their creations. But when Cinderella unveiled her masterpiece, a delicate mechanical bird that sang a beautiful melody without ever needing to be wound, the entire hall fell silent in awe. The prince, captivated, made his way through the crowd. You built this yourself? He asked, his voice filled with admiration. With a little bit of hope, Cinderella replied softly. They danced under the glow of the spinning gears, their laughter echoing through the grand hall. For the first time, Ella felt truly seen. But then, the great clock began its fateful chime. Bong! Bong! 12 o'clock! She gasped as her gown started to flicker. She fled from the ballroom, racing down the marble steps and losing one of her shining glass gear slippers in her haste. The prince found it, his heart pounding. I will find her, he vowed. Days later, when the prince arrived at her home, the slipper fit her foot perfectly. But it wasn't just her beauty he recognized. It was the brilliant spark of creativity in her eyes, the courage in her spirit, and the kindness that glowed from within. Together, they didn't just fall in love. They built a new kind of kingdom, one founded on invention, equality, and limitless imagination. And every evening, as the clocks chimed, Cinderella would smile. Knowing she hadn't just found her happily ever after, she had built it herself. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you soon!